and it's all up next.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC. First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's incomplete.
But Arizona did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Rodgers. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 23.
Personal foul. Safety.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 50 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. And they're 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now a play fake. Rodgers. It's caught by Aguilar. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tony Pollard. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Tua wants to throw it on second down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But when you hit him on a move like that, he's able to get in the open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Tua now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They set up the screen for Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Tua's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know.
Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Pollard will take it up the gut, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Rodgers. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
The 32-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Second down, it's Henderson. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. A quick throw, but incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Tua. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A handoff, running left, Henry. And that'll hurt the average of bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And meanwhile, he's been shot and intercepted. And runs up falling incomplete.
I tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Take it in at the 22. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens 46.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open here, Adam Thielen. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Rodgers to throw once more. his throw is going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have.
And Andrews lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is going to be brought back for the Baltimore touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for us. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Rodgers. That is caught by Thielen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. From the gun to give to Henderson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. So it's on to halftime in this AFC division. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And they're going to speed things up here. First down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3rd and 3.
At the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. A good drive for the time as they go 9 plays in all. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. But quickly to Thielen here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
1st down, Brooklyn.
Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On play action, Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Rodgers again now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now Sam Sloman is on the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice little charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure that forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And it's fielded at the 34. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they have made this look easy. There's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield. And down to 43. 157 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Again, it's Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Henry running right. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give him 17 on that pickup.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Jets set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Rodgers. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective before you get a good head of steam going.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. On play action, it's Rodgers. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackler. Defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had them on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Completes it to Aguilar. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And it fights through one man. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long